guys, it's Steve from Arrowpullers at arrowpullers.com, and today I want to talk to you about something for the upcoming season of whitetail deer hunting, or any hunting for that matter, that maybe you haven't taken into consideration. Well, here in western Pennsylvania this Saturday we have opening season of archery for whitetail deer. And one of the things that I'm trying to do to prepare for this is I'm trying to control my scent. And so one of the things that we like to do here at Arrow Pullers is to give you the inside scoop on some of the greatest products that are out there in the industry for hunting, fishing, those types of things, everything that has to do with the outdoors. And that leads us to my latest purchase and investment, Scent Crusher. Scent Crusher is a company that makes products that help with scent control using ozone. And so they hired some different NASA specialists to work with, and basically came up with some products, duffel bags and portable cigarette lighter adapter ozone kits that you can take with you. And what I invested in is this portable closet. Now this closet here gives you the ability to store a lot of cool things. And so what I want to do is I want to show you how it's set up and why I'm going to use it. So as you can see, the Scent Crusher closet is actually pretty nice. It's about a little bit under 6 feet tall. I'm 6'2", and it's about eye level with me. And as you can see, plenty of space here for my wife and my hunting clothes. And you can see we've got some underlayer clothes that we put in here. And inside here, I don't know if you can see it, but they actually give you a bar that you put in here, and it's all made of aluminum with painted aluminum and some plastic that holds it together. Very sturdy, mind you. It took me about, I don't know, 15-20 minutes putting it together. And very spacious room. You've got the area here for your jackets and your shirts. Down below here is what I kind of use this for, is our hunting pant and our arrows, and I'll obviously be putting my bow in there once we get started here the night before archery. I've got my bag of just, my deer drag. I've got my safety cables, all that kind of thing inside here, and I left it open. Most people, you'll talk to, some people say take it out, some people say leave it in. I'm going to leave it in and see what happens. Underneath there, I've also got my coveralls for rifle season to kind of keep me warm. Over on this side, we've got not only my wife's hunting boots, but mine back there. I don't know, you probably can't see, it's kind of dark back in there. On this shelving, I've got my hunting hat, and I've also have my release. And as you guys know, if you've ever archery hunted, this thing can get foul. This thing can get very foul, especially hunting. And not only just hunting, but if you're 3D shooting like we do here in the summertime, it sweats and smells pretty bad. I also got a game camera back in there. Okay, so shed some light on the situation here. You guys can see I've got a game camera back there. I've also got some GoPros back there that'll go on the tree stand with me. Moving up here, I've got my wife's release and face mask, along with her hat that she's going to be wearing. And there is the ozone unit. This thing, it comes with it, and I'll show you here in a little bit how we're going to get it going. You can see on the right hand side there is that tube, and that tube, I have that kind of going up and out to the top there, to kind of distribute the ozone. And then there's also a cable there on the side, which then goes out the corner. You can kind of see it on that side. There's one on the other side where the cable will go to plug in. Up here I also have my gloves, both for archery and rifle, and then I also have my kit for safety. You gotta have your safety harnesses, so that's something that's also in here. And looking at this, the material, you would think, wow, this is probably not that thick. You've looked at it online, you maybe have heard some, the pros say how great this is, and a lot of people have a hard time with that, and I'll get to that in a little bit. But it's really thick, it's good quality, and I took advantage of the deal for $250, and you can get this. So I'm pretty excited about this, and so let's take you right now to turning it on. Okay, so I don't know if you guys can see, but there's different timings on here. There's 1 minute, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, and half hour. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna press the up button, go to 30 minutes as you guys can see, and I'm gonna zipper this thing up. All right, so it's been a half an hour, and I brought my wife over, who also hunts and has her stuff in here. Now we haven't opened this up yet, and so this is gonna be the test, because if she smells something, then we know it didn't work. So I'm gonna open this up.
And I have kids, so you know my sniffer's pretty good. Ooh, you can really smell that.
The ozone smell.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's your
Okay.
release.
Here's the test. Very, very, very faint hint of whatever was on it, but most of it's gone. What do you think? Very faint.
Yeah, it's faint, but it hasn't been in there a couple times. I mean, it's never been ran through, but I do smell it. So it was in there for about a half hour. So I think if I run it another time, I think it will change it. Let's grab something else. Like so here, glove. Now the glove, it smells like the ozone. I don't smell it.
Definitely, I smell the ozone.
You smell the ozone on the glove. Let's try my hat. That too has a slight smell to it, but
Very faint.
There again, you know, you're sweating in this all summer. You know, I ran it through once. So
let's try my shirt. It's been in my dresser drawer for a really long time. So.
Well, since last year.
Well, yeah. So it has that, you know, wooden drawer, cedar drawer smell. So let's see if we smell. It still is on
musty?
there somewhat. Yeah.
A little bit. It has that musty smell.
Mm-hmm.
So what I'm gonna try to do here is I'm gonna run it. I'm gonna run it one more time. Run it for another half an hour, and then we'll test it and see. For the most part, it seemed like it got rid of most of the smell, and so you know, you can't expect a miracle from anything.
No.
So we'll run it again, and we'll see in a half an hour if it gets rid of the smell. And so I'd be really interested because I know for a fact, I know these releases smelled funky.
They did.
So it'll be really interesting. And this is the whole point of this with arrow pullers is, you know, we don't want you just to believe anything that, you know, the sponsored people are saying. Do I believe that it works? I believe it works. Otherwise, I wouldn't have bought it. But I also think it, you know, when you've got something that smells like this, that's been sweated on for the last 4 years, I think it's something that's going to take a couple times. So what we're going to do is we'll come back after another half an hour and we'll see if this smells after another dose of
ozone. Woohoo!
All right, so we let it sit and we ran it a second time. We haven't opened it yet. And one of the things that I did is I was reading the manual, and one of the things we want to caution you with is you should only run it 2 to 3 times in one day, unless you're removing certain clothing articles because they can do damage, especially to any elastic band type of material. So if you're putting a heavy load in there, they don't recommend you filling this more than 50% filled. You definitely want to make sure that if you're going to run multiple treatments during the day, to make sure you're not running the same clothing. So what we did is we ran it, we let it sit. It didn't take out all the smell on it. We ran it a second time, and that's probably the last time we're going to run it today. So now we're going to open it up, and we're going to see how it is. Now they tell you in the manual if you're going to run it for 30 minutes, which is what we did. We did the heavier one. It's best to also let it sit for 30 minutes and let that just kind of fester in there, if you will. So let's gonna.
And it's also very important to remember to not let any young children or pets near this because it is ozone and it's not good for them to breathe in.
Okay. Here's your test. I can smell it heavy in there now.
Wow.
The ozone.
Yeah. Definitely. I'd say it's almost 100% gone.
I don't smell it on my release.
Mm-hmm.
Now I smelled it a little bit when I first did it, and I wasn't too sure, but it's definitely gone. So after the second treatment, I mean, I would say that we pretty much have this filled 50%. I don't think we filled it completely. I mean, we've got a few jackets in here. I kind of spread things out a little bit in here. Looks like we got 4 shirts in here, a hooded sweatshirt, and 4 jackets. And then we've got 3 pairs of pants down there, counting the coveralls. We've got the arrows, the bag, a couple hats. So, I mean, we didn't fill it all the way up. And the gloves, all you smell is ozone on.
Definitely. And
So-
here's the big test. My shirt
Oh,
that's
yeah,
been
the
in
shirt.
my drawer for a year. I can get it out.
Sure.
Okay, here we go. It's very faintly musty in some areas, but for the most part, it definitely smells like ozone and nothing else.
So I think maybe after sitting in here for a little bit. So, I mean, depending on your clothing, depending on, what you're doing, it's definitely going to take that scent out of there. That musty smell is going to go away. Like some of these clothing articles I've had down here in the basement on my archery / workbench, I've had it for a year, and it's definitely done the trick. So I guess initial test, I would say it fared very well. So I'm gonna give it a go this archery season. So just for those of you out there that are looking to buy it, I would say it's worth the investment. If not, it's at least a good storage place for your hunting clothes, and you get the ozone protection for it to get rid of the bacteria, the smells, and give it a go. Go out there and check it out. Like I said, they have some different products. They have the duffel bag that you can just take your hunting clothes, throw them in there. A lot of guys like to go out to the field with their hunting clothes in there, get dressed outside, put it on. They also have a portable, as I stated earlier in the video, a portable scent crusher. I guess you would call it a little dongle that you plug into your cigarette lighter in the car. And you obviously don't want to run it while you're driving it. You let it sit and run when you're not driving. And that will also get rid of bacteria and smells from inside your car while you're driving or your truck. So they've got a few other products. Go to the website, scentcrusher.com, and check it out. I don't regret buying it. I think it's going to make a world of difference. And then on top of that, doing the spray scent control for getting rid of just smell in the field. So there you have it. Check us out over at arrowpullers.com for your source for anything to do with the outdoors. If you want to get on point with the outdoors, check out arrowpullers.com. We thank you for checking out this video.